What's going on, guys? It's Greg Dies, and welcome to the basement tutorial number 1. For this one, picked a really great one, have the Grant Ament tutorial for you, but make sure to leave down in the comments whoever you want to see me do. Got some good suggestions last time, like Sergio Perkovic, Ryder Garnsey, Costa Beal. I'm gonna see if I can get Sowers, but leave them in the comments. Let me know what pocket tutorials you guys want. And I'm feeling a little nostalgic down here. It's, this is where I first started the business. I feel like my hair is getting a little longer. If I just got really tan and maybe really sweaty, I'd look just like I did back in 2011. So we're gonna get into the pocket tutorial. This is the Grant Ament Maverik Tactik tutorial. He uses the original Maverik Tactik, or at least he did in his senior season. All I have is a 2.0, so I'm gonna change it just a tiny bit to fit the 2.0 and make sure the pocket turns out the same. And the sidewall pattern should be pretty transferable to any head who has a similar number of sidewall holes as the Tactik or the Tactik 2.0. It's not hard to adjust. And for this, all you need to know is how to do a 9-diamond top string, which he does on his top, and basic interlocks 1s and 2s, all of which you can find tutorials for on this channel. So he's got a pretty nice pocket. He's known for his underhand passes, assists. He's really fast, really quick change of direction, but can also shoot on the run. And this is a really versatile pocket I think a lot of you guys will like. So let's hop into the sidewall pattern. All right, so it's time to start on the sidewall. So you can see we've got the 9-diamond top string done on the first sidewall hole. And then we're gonna start our sidewall pattern on the second sidewall hole. We're gonna go through the outside of the sidewall with the string, and without going through any mesh, just make a quick loop. And the main point of this is just to keep the knot from falling through the hole, because we're not going to go through the mesh yet. So then what he does is goes from the front to the back of the first diamond of mesh, and then right into an interlock on the second diamond mesh, skipping a sidewall hole. So come down to this next one, skip a hole, go through the plastic, up through the mesh, and then under the string to create a basic interlock. And you can find that tutorial down in the description. You want to pull that nice and tight so you can see it's not that tight yet, but we're going to tighten it down in the next steps. And the next one, we're just going to do a one with no mesh at all. So go into the next sidewall hole and don't go through any mesh, just go right back under that string. And you can see that that doesn't attach any mesh or anything. It's just sort of hanging out there. Then you're going to go up through the next mesh hole and pull that down nice and tight. So that's going to help pull that down. And then we're going to do an interlock on the fourth hole, skipping 2 sidewall holes. So skip down to this one, through the outside, up through the bottom of the mesh, and then under that loop we created. And this is where you're going to get that channel from. Yank that down nice and tight, and it's going to make it a little bit tighter there on the channel. So next, we're gonna do another one of those false ones. So skip a hole and come down to the next one through the outside, and don't go through any mesh, just go right under that. And that's just gonna pull the next one we're gonna do down a little further. So now do a 1, come right under the next hole mesh, pull that down. You can see how far that's gonna pull that down. Complete your 1 by going through the outside of the sidewall, right under that loop. Next, we're going to do another 1. So right under that next hole of mesh, just like that. And then into the next sidewall, outside in. And now we're starting to create that pocket. Now we're going to do a 2 with a double skip. So it's more complicated than it sounds. Go up and under the first hole of mesh. Then without going back through the sidewall, go up and under a second hole of mesh. And then we're going to skip 2 sidewall holes, skip, and go through this one right here and back around. Now it's time to finish the pocket off. So what he does is goes up through the next hole of mesh, just like you're going to do a 1, and then down through that last hole of mesh. So you go up and then down, and then he just goes straight to the outside of the sidewall there. Lets it a little bit loose, and then out through the next hole so you can complete your knot. So those are just going to kind of float down there at the bottom. And then you tie it off with a knot, and your sidewall pattern is complete. All right, so that's a wrap on his sidewall pattern. For his bottom string, he's just got a loop and he had it drop down pretty far. I've got it on that next 10 diamond row after you finish the sidewall, and that lets it drop a little low, but still have plenty of pocket depth, and if it gets too tight, you can tighten that up. For shooting strings, he had them a little lower in the head. Down here at this 9 or 10 diamond row with one straight, one nylon, but you can put whatever you want in this to adjust the whip. If you want a little less whip, put the shooting strings higher in the head. If you want a little more, add a nylon and put them lower in the head like he does. So that's a wrap on this one. I'm hoping to have many more great tutorials for you guys come in every single Wednesday here from the basement while we're in quarantine. So make sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below who you want us to do a tutorial for.